good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. It is Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. And can you tell I'm tired this morning? Yesterday was our December 2025 World Building Expo. We do these expos every quarter, and it is a long day. It is a long day, my friend. 12 hours. The expo goes from 10 in the morning Eastern to 10, 10 Eastern, um, 10 p.m. And then if you add in all of the prep time before and the time it takes afterwards to come down, um, it's a long ass day. I'm telling you, it's a long day. And so I think what happened with me yesterday ties in so beautifully to what we're going to talk about today with my co-host that's here, Olivia Ambani's in the green room right now. We're going to talk about hobbies, joy, and the work-life blur. And I think this is such an interesting topic because so many of us have taken something that perhaps started as a hobby or something we just enjoy and have transformed it into a business, but then how does that actually work after that? Like when do we lean into the hobby part? Can it still be just a hobby at any point? Like there's a lot to discuss. So I'm excited Olivia's here to help us break that down here shortly. But I've had this conversation a couple times this week. There's this phrase that says, when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. But it's interesting because I get the concept of what they're trying to say, right? Like if you really love what you do, then it's fun. It's a good time. The time goes by quicker. But in my world, because I love what I do so much, because it brings me so much joy, it is very easy for me to overwork myself. I will sit there and not even realize the time has gone by. I have not eaten, or perhaps okay. You guys ready for a complete admittance here live on the show? I will have and not even realize it, like a whole bag of like peanut butter cups on my desk or something like that, right? Like Oreos, something that I cannot put food on my desk anymore because this is why. I will get so into what I'm doing and it's bringing me joy and I'm typing and I'm working away and I look over and I have a desk full of peanut butter cup wrappers and an empty bag. Like I don't even know that I've done it. I'm just like I'm snacking, and it's like when you have the big bucket of popcorn at the movie theater and you're enjoying the movie so much, the movie's over and you're like, I ate all of that. I just ate all of that popcorn because you're just so into what you're doing. And so, fun fact, if you ever come to my house and see a desk full of peanut butter cup wrappers, mind your business. That's all I'm going to tell you. But so anyway, yesterday, though, it was such a fun day. Shout out to Peggy MacArthur and everybody else that worked with us on the expo planning committee. Every single expo gets better and better. The thumbnails that all of our exhibitors provided were all stunning. I mean, it's so colorful. I want to share with you guys really quickly what the room looked like at the World Building Expo because it's so pretty. See all these thumbnails around the edge? Those are people's expo booths. And I wanted to share that because they're so pretty. I have to toot my own horn up here. This one right here, number 103, Scott Mason. I made that one because it's so pretty. It sticks out, and it's I love Scott's pink that he uses. Look at the big happy biscuit here. So beautiful. And listen, my friend Charity Campbell Capella, Dr. CK. She showed out over here in booth number 115, Christmas Around the World. When she was on the Breakthrough Show, she talked about how she's done all of this work, globally and with language and all of these things. She had an interactive Christmas tree that you could click on 12 of the bulbs on the Christmas tree and learn about how each of the countries celebrates Christmas. And then when you watched the little short video that she had made, you got a passport stamp on this little passport. And it was so cute. So cute. Had to shout out to my girl, Dr. CK, because she also took time to come into our booth, which was number 116 over here, the Breakthrough Show Network. And we did a special sort of shout out or homage to Scott Mason, because Scott Mason's opening keynote was talking about Greek mythology and how our business can be related to sort of the hero's journey, etc. And so good, by the way. Huge shout out to Scott Mason. What an incredible opening keynote. It was fiery. It was exciting. It was all of the things. So we did a little homage to Scott in our booth, which is that somebody had to come in and find the goddess Mnemosyne and her 9 muses, which were 9 little parts of, and I have moving bubbles and portals and all of these things. And Dr. CK took some time to come in and she found all 9 muses and got to her little bonus swag bag and all of that. So shout out to Dr. CK for all the support yesterday. Between me, her, and Claudio Perron, we were burning the midnight oil, as they say, to get stuff done. And speaking of Claudio, push, go brunch beyond its limits here, booth 110. So amazing. He had the whole story. He gave a shout out to me, the Blue Duck Society, my cannoli, which apparently are famous now. Who knew? And so definitely, so I'm going to put the link, because the fun fact, the expo booth, or the expo page stays open for a couple of months, and you can go in and like actually go visit some of these places that you might have missed. But look how beautiful. You got some people that are in here right now checking it out. Melanin Monarchy, Monique MacArthur, shout out, Susan in 133 Tokers, loved that. Paul Allen's up here. Who else? Oh, there was another one. Hold on. Let me go back. Watch, I'm not going to be able to find it right now. I will take some time and like lay out for you guys on another episode which ones are like must visit. But anyway, so beautiful, so fun. Again, shout out to Peggy MacArthur, everybody at the Global Business Plaza, everybody on the Expo planning team. Beautiful job. And a special little bonus shout out to Merrick MacArthur, Peggy's actor hubby, who did the who went from the set of Law and Order SVU to the opening, welcome message in our welcome booth. So shout out to Merrick for that. All right. So, all of that being said, it was an amazing time. So fun. But I had to take some time and step away. That was the caveat there. I had about an hour and a half where I had to just go. I didn't have a lot of help overall yesterday, but I got a shout out to my little girl, Leah, 9 years old. She held down that booth when I had to go. She was in the booth welcoming people and networking at 9 years old. Okay. She was the life of the party yesterday. So big shout out to Leah. Thank you, Sang D, for stopping in. Miss Brittany, I saw you out there in the crowd a couple of times, and so it was good to see you out there. Ollie, thank you so much for all your support. It really was a beautiful day. And thank you to my co-host Olivia coming up here, who sent a message and she was like, "Are you okay? I know it's a long day." And so I just appreciate the support. It's very meaningful for me. So listen, we're going to take a super quick break. And when we come back, through the magic of broadcasting, Olivia will appear on the screen for your viewing pleasure. And we are going to be right back after this.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
It's time for the Sounds of Joy. My co-host Olivia Ambani is here, who's wearing her shirt that I need one of.
Yes, we're gonna figure out how to get it to you. I have some friends who might be traveling back to the States, so I'll connect. Yes.
Yes, because I know it's so hard. I still have, fun fact, a card that I tried to send you from the very first time you were on the show, and it came right back to me. It was like return to sender. I to do, but I still have it in my box. I was like, I'm gonna hold on to this for the one day.
Yes.
I love it. And so your shirt has lyrics to Better Than Just Fine, which I love.
Yes, it does. It has the chorus. It's gonna be all right. It will be better than just fine. Well, the first few lines of the chorus, and I got an amazing illustrator. Her name is Zilani, to do this for me, and I've loved her illustrations for a while. So when I reached out to her and she heard the song and she came up with this, which I love. I really love this.
It has that. I'm going to call this from now on the signature Olivia yellow, because when anytime Olivia wears yellow, I'm just like, mic drop. Nothing else needs to be said right now. Olivia, just fun fact for all the people. Olivia just sent me over her graphics or her headshots for 2026. Hello. I mean, and it's got that yellow. And I was just like, there's something about that. It's just gorgeous.
Thank you.
I cannot wear yellow because I sort of have like a yellow undertone to my skin. So I look like a daffodil or something when I try to. It's not a good situation, but that's okay. Yellow is your color, and it's officially Olivia Yellow.
Yes, I'll wear it for the both of us.
I love it. I want to go check in really quick into the comments. Miss Sang is here. Happy hump day. Up as possible. Thank you, Sang. Thank you for that. Kat is here this morning. Good morning, Kat. Good to see you. Ollie is in a park in Brussels, Belgium right now.
Ooh,
hanging out over there in the park. Miss Teresa's here this morning. Yes, Kat is in Scotland. Look at the global audience we have here on Project Joy. It was a super long day, but Sang had to work yesterday. She had a training she had to go to, but she was popping in like in between, just wanted to say hi, hope you're doing well, and then would just disappear again, which was very cute. Very cute. Love that. And yes, we need to listen to our bodies when it says, hey, we need a break. Which is important. Miss Melinda's here this morning. Good morning, Melinda. Good. And it's hard, right? Like Sang said, I had FOMO because I couldn't participate yesterday, but she knows we all did fabulous. And that's one of the things that's hard is like, and I'm sure we'll talk about that coming up here also, is when we love what we're doing, but our body's like, you gotta rest. You've got other
Yes.
things you have to do. Yeah, it's hard because I want to do it all, but I can't. I can't. Miss Brittany's here this morning. Good morning, Miss Brittany. Jessica Noli. That's my name now, apparently. Jessica Noli. All right, let's see. Leah was the best. Yes, she was amazing yesterday. She was absolutely the ambassador of the Breakthrough Show Network booth. She represented us well. It was very cute. And she sang agreeing, the yellow's gorgeous.
Thank you.
There it is. Okay, so first of all, sounds of joy. What sounds are bringing you joy this week, Olivia?
Interesting. I think a mix of things. Laughter. Just before this, met up with a friend of ours, my sister and I, and we had a good laugh. And you were like, "Oh, it's so nice just having voices of your friends, family together, laughing and just reflecting." So I think laughter. And I also had a very good laugh yesterday. My sister sent me a video that was hilarious, and I was on my own somewhere, and I just burst out laughing. And I was like, I'm so glad I'm like someone who can just laugh wherever I am. I'm not worried about what people will think. So for me, sounds of joy right now is laughter. What about you?
Same. The laughter is a big one for me this week for sure. Because when things go wrong, like, what else are you gonna do? So I appreciate that, and it provides that nice. We had a couple of moments yesterday during the expo where I think we were getting a little tired, getting a little silly, and so those are the moments that helped us keep going. And also for me, I just love the closer and closer that we get to Christmas. I love more Christmas music. I'm such a Christmas music fanatic. I love all the holiday music, and when we went to, did you hear about what happened at the tree lighting?
No.
Okay. So I told you that I was going to this tree lighting and Earth, Wind and Fire was going to be there.
Yes.
Okay. If you were asked to light a tree, being a singer, would you expect to sing something while you're at the tree lighting? Like,
probably, but I think that maybe I'd need to be expressly asked, unless
right. Whoever was in charge of this tree lighting and told Earth, Wind and Fire that they should just hit the button and that's it, should be let go. They did not sing a thing.
No.
Nothing.
Why? That's why we want them there.
Rocking around the Christmas tree. They could have broke out. The choir that was there could have backed them up. Something. No, it was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tree lit up. Happy holidays, everybody, and off the stage.
Well, they could have done a song, or even someone covered their song, and they just be like, yeah. But who booked them and who didn't? Oh, could they not afford them to sing? I don't know.
Well, this is the thing. The reason they were there at the casino is because they had an arena show right after that. So you would think that could have acted as their warm up. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Anyway. It was. I was
waiting for the videos. I was like, "Where Jessica's supposed to send me videos?"
I know. I was in my feelings. Because we were at the stage. I will show you. I will show you the picture. We got right up to the stage. I was 2 feet from Earth, Wind and Fire. Okay, 2 feet, and then they didn't sing to me, and I thought that was. I agree. It was disrespectful. Is what it was. It was still cool, right? Like, they're legends, honestly. They've been around a really long time, but I think they were so vague in the description of this event. Like, I don't know anybody who went to that and thought to themselves, they're not going to sing.
Nah, there's no way. Like, when you book a singer like that, like, you'd expect them to sing, or do something, especially if it was also tied to the arena show. Like,
look, we were right against the stage.
Oh
you
my
see?
God.
That's Leah. Leah there with her little hat on. We were right against the
Oh.
stage. Okay. So anyway, I will digress on that. My point of this was the Christmas music. Griswold High School Chamber Choir performed throughout the event. They were incredible. And it took me right back to chamber choir days in school. Like they were
Nice.
singing, all of the Christmas songs, the Hanukkah songs, the everything that we used to sing as chamber choir. And it just took me back there. And I just sat there. I got a little misty out thinking about,
Oh.
school days and the joy that it hurt hearing them sing and the songs that we used to sing. And my kids don't like it when I'll burst out into song into public, and they don't care for that very much, but I did. I was singing along.
Yes, sing along, Jessica. Sing along.
That's it. That's it. At least it made the audience sing. We were out in the audience. Do you remember the
Yes.
21st night of September? We were gonna sing it if they didn't.
Yeah.
It was. Anyway, so that's what's bringing me this. I like the Christmas music and all of that this time of year. That brings me a lot of joy. All right, so our topic today.
Mhm.
I have a big question starting out.
Mhm.
So, music obviously is something, singing is something that brings you joy. Did it
Yes.
start out as just a hobby for you, or did you know from the gate, this is what I want to do?
I think it was a hobby. I've always enjoyed singing, so I sang
Mhm.
everywhere. I found comfort in singing. Um and like I think when I was like in high school is when I was like I'd really like to make it a career, but I wasn't sure it would be possible because it felt like a very long shot because being
Mhm.
an artist when I was younger felt like only a few people get to do that and you have to be in certain specific circumstances and everything. So, I mean, I knew deep down that I wanted to be an artist, but I think I struggled accepting that dream for a while because it just felt
Mhm.
like, but it was always something I loved to do, like singing and running, those two things were like what I loved to do. Yeah, so I think, yeah, always loved singing, still do. Like, I find myself like humming tunes and being like, oh, that's nice. In fact, yesterday before I went to bed, there's a song I've written for my new album, and it was just it came to my mind, and I was like, oh, I like that line. And so because I have like the demo that I recorded on my phone with my pianist, so I played
Mhm.
it back, and I was like, oh, such a nice song. I just genuinely love singing, and I love
Yeah.
creating music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes I think that's sort of the litmus test, if you will,
Hmm.
is would I continue to do this as a hobby if it wasn't bringing money in, if it wasn't, something
Mm.
that I turned into work? I feel like that's sort of a good test of, is this something that I should continue, doing regardless?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, it's definitely like money, no money, whether my career would have turned out the way I would still have done it because it's so part of me.
Mm,
Um, and so yeah, and I think it's a good test to see if it's something you'd want to. I think it's almost double-edged sword in a way. Like sometimes the ones that you do whether they get paid or not tend to be sometimes the ones that you can get paid for.
mm,
But somewhere along the journey, sometimes it gets hard because you can lose the passion for it because of the work that kind of goes into making your hobbies a career. Like it's so different. It like from just being able to sing a song and have a good time to making it a career, totally different like energies
yeah.
and focus points. There is a point where you can merge them, but it can take time. There's also the expectation of the industry you're going in, where you're based, your mindset, experience, all those things. And I think sometimes it can take away from the passion because
Mm,
it just takes quite a bit to make a career. And I've had many moments where I'm like, oh man, can I just sing? Like, do I
yes.
have to do all these other things? And so I try more and more to find the joy. So like recently, I found I was thinking too much about getting booked, and I was like, but I just want to sing. So I started doing like live sessions on my Instagram. I'd find like instrumentalists that I like working with. We'd go into a garden and have a live session on a weekday at 12 at lunchtime. Just do like a 20-30 minute set because I love singing. And I found that I was starting to feel really down because I'm not getting booked and I'm waiting to get booked to sing, which I really shouldn't have to, but in my mind, because of where I was in my career and how you're made to kind of see your career, you're like, there needs to be an end goal. So I think I wanted to take back control. So I was like, just do the live sessions, make it budget friendly, somewhere you can afford to go with an Uber. And you can give like the instrumentalist a token of
Yeah.
transport and just do it. And so I started doing that, and I feel like it just sparked so much joy for me because I was finally doing what I wanted to do on my terms, and I removed all the expectation of performing live and making sure I have the right numbers, because that's
Mm,
kind of what it had turned into. So I think for me this year was really about reclaiming the things I love for myself. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's been a journey, but I'm so glad I did that, and I want to always keep elements of that no matter how my career goes, because that's what feeds me, and allows me to even have a prosperous career, because I have
Mm,
the passion, those passion projects. I think they're so important.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. How has the journey been for you with music, with other passions as well?
Yeah, I so it's interesting because like with the network, I love live streaming. I love having conversations. I love sharing space with people. I love hearing stories. I'm a very curious person in
Mm,
general, so I love to figure out like what makes people think a certain way. And so these kinds of conversations are really life-giving for me. They bring me a
mm,
lot of joy. They keep me going. And so a lot of people, as the network has grown, has said to me like, why aren't you pushing like doing stuff for other hosts more, like on for the network? Why are you still hosting all these shows? And it's because of what you're talking about, where I need to pair the graphic creation, the posting, the marketing, the all these other back end things that I don't necessarily enjoy so much. I
mhm.
need to pair that with what brings me joy, which is doing the shows. And
Yes.
so I'm gonna still, if one day we go, okay, the network is done, whatever, I will probably still do a show, like I because I enjoy it so much. Like it started out as a passion project, the breakthrough show, and it wasn't the way that it went was sort of unintentional. um and so I just feel like I have to continue to do my shows because that's what brings me joy here with
Mm,
and now with thanks to some of the tools that we have at our fingertips now I can work on um some of the music things that I've wanted to work on for a while, and projects like that. And I'm so excited. I was mentioning the new theme song, and I said we're gonna preview it on the finale of this season. So we'll get to hear that. But that was something that I had lyrics. I had lyrics written for a long time and had just sat on it because I don't have a band. I don't have like anybody, like you have a lot of music people that you connect with. I don't have a lot of people locally here like that aren't already
yeah.
doing their own projects. And so I was like, let me use some of these tools that I've been working with online and see what I can come up with, and came up with that song, or the finally putting music to the lyrics. And it took me like 30 takes. Like it was a lot of going through and going, yeah, I don't like the sound of that. Don't like the sound of that. This isn't quite what I'm looking for, but let me go back to this. And so now I just feel like the shows have been a way for me to combine a lot of the things that I love and some of the hobbies that I have, but I
Mm,
can sort of mix and match them to where I don't get burnout doing them all the time. It's like I
mm.
can pull it, pick and choose the things that I want to do, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that's such a key one, because it is so possible to get burnout when you have a passion. And I think I love the what you pointed out, like that phrase of, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That's, sorry guys, we are here to bust the bubble. That is not true.
True
That is
story.
not true. I think, as Jessica said, it's good intentions, but I feel like, especially in the world we're in now, you can find yourself so like wrapped into like, I love this so much, I'm gonna make it happen. And so I think you have to be aware that sometimes you can almost give so much, because I found with myself, with my music career, I was giving too much of my life to make the success, whatever success was for me at that time. I was like putting off a lot of personal joy and projects and life goals, because I was like, I really, really need to make my career happen. And it wasn't bringing me joy. And so I had to ask myself, is there a way you could make your personal life as well as your, like, make music part of your life and not your life? Which I know to many people it's like, but it makes a big difference, because you're a
Right.
whole person with so much going on. And if you try pause some element of your life just for one thing, sometimes you end up resenting the thing that gave you a
Yeah.
lot of joy. So I'm learning how to give the things I'm passionate about seasons, tune
Mm.
into that. It's okay if I have a year where, like this year, I didn't release any music. And for some people, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm like, it's fine. Like, it was actually such a rewarding year not releasing music, because I spent time creating music, like jamming. It was so fulfilling. But outwardly, it may look like, well, she didn't really do that much. But
Yeah.
to me, it was probably one of the most productive music years I've ever had in terms of joy and feeling myself and my craft. So I think it's so important for us to just be aware of, like, when you have something that you're passionate about, also be aware that you could like burn out. And so
Yeah.
check in on the person, check in on yourself,
Yeah.
because it's very easy when you're passionate about something to have bad boundaries, to like sabotage yourself and what you really need for the sake of this dream or this thing that you're passionate about. And I think a lot of
Right.
people do that, and then they realize when it's too late. So yeah,
Right.
I think
There's a
it's just
lot of pressure, for because I'm someone that is I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of things that I just love, a lot of things.
me
Things
too.
that make us have fun and be happy. Like I just am very sort of intentional about just doing things that bring me joy. And so in those cases there's a lot of pressure, I can tell you, as someone who's like that from the outside world, to like focus on one thing, do just one thing. I don't understand why you're doing that now. Aren't you still doing this other thing? And there's this sort of I can't find a better word than pressure. There's a pressure to like niche down, focus one
Mm,
thing, like, and I don't know. I feel like maybe that works for people who aren't like they don't have a lot of things they're passionate about. I don't know. I mean, that would work well for them, but it doesn't work well for me, because I feel like if I don't give attention, like you were talking about seasons, and that really resonated for me. If I don't give things its appropriate season or its time, then it feels like I'm cutting off an arm or something, like I'm not doing something that's a part of me.
yeah, absolutely. And I get you. And I think it's so important for us to trust our own judgment and our own intuition about what's best for us. And I think because so many people are used to or have been programmed that this is the way it should be, they don't question. And I think it's so good that, Jessica, you're aware like what works for you, and that you should follow that, that you should explore that. And the other thing I also ask myself when I think about life mortality, I'm like, I want to reach wherever I do in my life and look back and be like, I made the most of the life I was given. And it doesn't mean I'll be able to do everything, but it means like if there are things I want to explore, I would love to give myself that opportunity to explore them. And I think the other thing people don't realize is that sometimes the multi passions balance each other out. They don't
Mm,
necessarily distract. Like for me, the fact that I have marketing like helps my music career immensely. The fact
right.
that I run actually helps my breathing for music, for singing.
Don't tell me that now because I don't want to run.
No, you don't have to run. You can do something else. You can, there's breathing exercises you can do. You don't have to run. But for me, running really centers me. Like even mindset wise, I'm better. Like mindset wise, body wise, it works for me. So if even if I'm feeling like, oh, it's too much, or movement, basically movement specifically, so
Yeah.
doing yoga. And then like I love communication and connecting, creating communities like you. So that feeds me. And I found like, especially this year, how they've all come together. Like, I have communities for my music, communities for like my money project, and they all feed into each other. And then I don't feel alone when I'm doing like my music, when I'm just as a person, it really helps. But if I was like, no, I'm a singer, this is all I need to do, like, I feel like there's parts of me that wouldn't have developed enough to even help my music
Mm,
career. So I found that there's a reason why you have all those giftings, all those passions. They don't all have to be explored the same way, but I think it's important to tune into them and allow them to have space to be explored. And then you can
yeah.
figure out whether you want to do more of them or not. It's a one-time
Right.
thing. But I think as humans, we need to stop trying to make each other like each other. Like be yourself, accept
Yeah.
people for who they are, allow them to explore how they need to explore. That's what makes the world so wonderful though. Like
Right.
we shouldn't be the same.
You can run and that's fine. It's,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
I'm so like I think part of it is so funny with that for me because I think part of it is I'm like, and I've said this before. I'll see people running outside and I'm like, where are you going in such a rush? Like, is something chasing you? Do I need to run too? Is there something going? But I think I've never been able to, even back in school when we had to like run the mile in gym class, that was not a thing that I was good at, or like
Mm.
I was in last and I was fine walking across the finish line. Like I was
Hmm.
an hour after everybody else. It was fine. And so you're right that like everybody kind of has to have their thing. And I want to explore this topic really quickly. And that's that how do we know when a passion that we have should be birthed to the world or kept for ourselves?
Ooh. That's a good one. I
Right?
think, yeah, I think with some of them, you naturally. This is where I think I'll lean very deeply into intuition and trusting your inner knowing. I
Mm,
feel like when we're really young, we know a lot of things, but then it's programmed out of us. Like, how can you know that? And why would you do that? And that doesn't even make much sense because other people project their fears on us. So I think the first thing I would say is like for me, I always knew I was supposed to sing, but again, because of the way I had seen life, and I'm a millennial baby, an older millennial baby, so for us, it was like, you want to be an artist? No, 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 be a lawyer, be a doctor. Like there were
mm,
certain careers that were seen as respectable, and specifically in the continent, there was also a lot of that projected on us. So I think I always knew, but it took me a while to accept. So I think for people, what I would say is take time to actually listen to yourself. Go back and reflect on when you were a child, what was something you did very naturally and you enjoyed that even when you shared with other people, it wouldn't steal the joy for you. Like you would still light up. I think that's a
mm,
very good one. And then there were some things that maybe if you shared with other people, it would drain you so much that you were like, I'm not sure, like, I want to share this with the world. And sometimes the draining might be the environment
yeah.
and the timing. But I would say sometimes it's just about trying. But normally the ones that you're supposed to share with the world, well, for me, what I found is like it lights me up. I love the interaction of me, not just for myself, but when I engage with other people, when I do
Mm,
this thing. So I think that'd be that. And honestly, sometimes you just have to try it to know.
right.
Because yeah, and again, like sharing it with the world doesn't mean it has to be monetized, right? I think there's
Mm,
there's a difference there. So
Right.
sharing with the world could be you do karaoke, you release music, but it's not to be, it doesn't have to be monetized. You're not aiming to win Grammys or anything. Like, it just doesn't have to
Yeah.
be monetized. um and then there is just, yes, you want to monetize, and even in the monetization, I would say take care. You don't have to monetize the way everyone expects you to. Do it in a way that, take your time. Do it in a way that honors you, because for some people monetization means streaming. For some people it means just performing live. So it looks different to different people. And I think I'm just saying that whatever your journey is, allow yourself to go on that. Don't feel like it has to be like mine or Jessica's, or yeah, or anything like that. Well, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I agree with you to just try. And I think what I would add to that would be that I had to give myself permission that it was okay to let it go if it didn't work out. Like, to not
True.
feel that just because I loved it, just because, it's something that I'm passionate about, that doesn't mean that I have to keep going, even though it's burning me out, or even though it's
Mm.
whatever. And so, giving myself permission to, like, it's not dishonoring to the passion to go, you know what, I'm going to go back to keeping this one to myself. Like, this is going to be just
Yeah.
a Friday night thing when I'm by myself, sort of situation. Um, so that's be the only thing I would add. To finish up this conversation, I thought it would be fun. Is there any hobby that you haven't necessarily shared all the time, or is there something that people would not expect for you to have as a hobby?
I don't know if people would not expect me to have this as a hobby, but I love knitting. I love doing knitting and
Oh,
embroidery. Yes, especially embroidery. Like, I love knitting. That I find that very passive. Embroidery, I love doing embroidery. When I was like
mm.
younger, I used to like love picking the wall and stuff for it, the colors and drawing stuff. Yeah, embroidery. And now it's making me want to do it again. But yeah,
I
that's a
love
me
that. I did
hobby.
not know that about you. I learned something new today. That's
Yes.
great.
What about
Um,
you?
so okay, so for God, um, I guess some people know this. I will spend time that I really don't need to. If something funny happens, or if I hear a song and it triggers something in me, I will write really funny parodies to music. Like, um, I wrote the song "Look at Me Now," Chris Brown, Busta Rhymes, that had come out several years ago. I wrote a song about couponing to that.
I love it.
And I will just randomly like sing again. My kids are so not amused with me, but I will just randomly like come up with these lyrics, and my husband encourages me, which is not a good idea. So there's that too. So that's a fun hobby that I also really I just, like I shared, I'm so fascinated by people. I really enjoy just like watching or listening, just like I'm so taken by, I'll just see a random thing on YouTube and like watch a whole interview, and I'm like down a rabbit hole learning about people. So I really enjoy that as a hobby as well, I guess.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, before we go to birthdays, Sang had a question before. I know she had to take off, but she had a question for you. She said, Olivia, my kids have told me I'm tone deaf. Is that a thing, and can I fix it?
You can fix it. So you'd need to, like, a voice coach can help with that. It's, yeah, it's definitely is fixable. It just means that it takes a bit more effort for you to hear
Yeah.
the tune and to make sure it matches what you're singing. It is
Mhm.
fixable. It just takes a bit of time. Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. There's hope for you yet, Sang. Though it's so funny because Sang won when we did our music trivia. She won, so she knows a lot about music. And I will find that, though, some of the people that I have in my life that music brings them the most joy, they couldn't hold a tune in a leather bag. I mean, just could not do it. But they love it so much. And just
Yeah.
seeing that brings me so much joy. I think about what they used to say in church, make a joyful noise. Like you're just supposed to
Exactly. Enjoy.
sing a song. You just sing it. It's fine.
Absolutely.
All right, Miss Olivia, it's time for birthdays. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, everybody. So I wanted to mention this really quick before we get to the people because I happened to see this pop up. Apparently, it is the 60th birthday of the cartoon special, A Charlie Brown's Christmas. I did not. 60 years. I had no
That's a
idea.
long time.
It is. And we love watching that along with for Halloween time. We like to watch It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown one as well. But the Charlie Brown Christmas is amazing also. In the world of celebrity today, actress Raven Simone that we saw on the Cosby Show, and That's So Raven, among other things, turns the big 40 today. Happy birthday, 40th birthday, Raven Simone. Celebrity chef Bobby Flay is 61 years old today. We just went recently. They have Bobby Flay, one of his restaurants in Mohegan Sun, and we went there for the first time. They have he has a vegan burger on the menu, so we were able to get a veggie burger and some fries, and it was very good. Actor Michael Clark Duncan, who we all loved, passed away in 2012. He had a birthday today. And poet Emily Dickinson, that passed away in 1886, also had a birthday today. And she had a poem called A Great Hope Fell. And I wanted to read it really quickly this morning because it's so beautiful. It says, "A great hope fell. You heard no noise. The ruin was within. O cunning wreck that told no tale and let no witness in. The mind was built for mighty freight, for dread occasion planned, how often foundering at sea, ostensibly on land, and not admitting of the wound until it grew so wide that all my life had entered it, and there were troughs beside. A closing of the simple lid that opened to the sun until the tender carpenter perpetual nail it down." I thought that was beautiful. Beautiful.
Wow.
Who else do we have? The celebrities in my life yesterday. Breakthrough alum Carolyn McGee had a birthday, and one of my kids' old teachers, Shelley Flanagan, had a birthday. And today, Breakthrough alum Dan Mendelow has a birthday, and one of the incredible musicians from one of our favorite local bands here, Don't Tell Lisa, Paul Benoit, has a birthday. Happy birthday, Paul. Is there anybody that you're celebrating today, Olivia?
There's a friend of mine. Her name is Valentine, but she calls herself V. She's having a birthday today.
Very nice. Happy birthday. All right. Let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Raven, Bobby, Michael, Emily, Carolyn, Shelley, Dan, Paul, and V. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating in this world. I hope you have an amazing day. I love this comment from Ollie. There are other currencies than money. Share the currency of heartbeat and joy.
Very nice. Very true.
Ollie, always with the words at the end here. Anything you want to leave with anybody today, Olivia, about our topic or what you're working on? Anything you want to share?
I think just in this holiday season, embrace joy, take time to rest, explore the passions if you have the energy for that, dust out if it's that drawing pad or whatever. Remember the things that used to bring you joy and allow yourself to do them without condition, and it having to have an outcome, because I think that it's so nice when we remember the hobbies. I think, yeah, hobbies, it's time to return the hobbies.
Yeah.
So
I love that. And the reminder to rest. I want to just mention super quick that it tickled me. I was so amused that the episode that won in our awards for Project Joy Live with you was about silence.
I know.
The irony of
Right?
that is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So funny to me. And so it is that reminder, sometimes take that time, but also congratulations on your wins at the awards. Very exciting.
Thank you. So happy about it. Thanks for organizing them. I was so surprised. I'm like, ooh, yay! Such a pleasant surprise. And it was such a great award show. Guys, if you missed this year's Breakthrough Awards, you better be there next year. It was very fabulous, very amazing. Jessica did a great job, and all the other nominees were also awesome. It was a great party, great award show. So thank you.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Perhaps next year we could have entertainment in the middle, and perhaps maybe someone could sing.
Oh, yeah, I'm over it.
Love it. I love it. Melinda said we sang good together. So I will go back to Ollie said something earlier in the chat about we need to sing a song together. So maybe,
Yes.
Maybe one day that'll be a thing too. That'll be great. All right, Olivia, thank you so much for joining me again today. It's always a joy.
Thank you too for having me.
Absolutely. I'm Jessica Dugas, your host here on Project Joy. This is Olivia Ambani, my fabulous co-host, and we want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.